Miss Ocasio meets Kayla Ann Walker, author of The King's Riddle, A Chocolate Conundrum. Hi friends, welcome to Miss Ocasio meets Kayla Ann Walker, author of The King's Riddle, A Chocolate Conundrum. Hi Kayla!
Hi, Miss Ocasio. How are you?
I am great. Thank you so much for asking and for meeting with us today. We love reading The King's Riddle. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself so we could get to know you more today?
I would love to. I love to go running. It's one of my favorite things to do. I love to hike and go camping. I have 4 kids and 2 dogs and love to read. Absolutely love to read.
That is so exciting. Thank you so much for sharing. And I wonder if any of our viewers have the same hobbies as you. Speaking of viewers, today's viewer questions come from the Thane family in Tell City, Indiana. And Olivia would like to know, how did you come up with the riddle for your story?
Okay, so the riddle, I love fairy tales, and I picked this riddle because I wanted to help explain sharing is caring to people and I wanted a story that would help to do that. And so that's where really just from my love of fairy tales from where it came from.
That's one of my favorite parts about your book as well. And Rivers, her older brother, would like to know, how did you make the lady at the end solve the riddle?
Okay, so the lady is the king's steward, and she is one of my favorite people because the whole point about this story is the king is looking for someone who is sharing chocolate with everybody, and everyone who comes up before either takes a part of it for themselves, which is fine, but they're always looking to serve another group or other people. And so when he sees the steward, she comes in with a tray of chocolate, and she goes and she serves it to everybody. She's not concerned about herself. She's more concerned about everybody else. And she even got dear Aunt Sally to try some of the chocolate, who wouldn't even try it at the beginning of the book. So first thing, I love her because she's so other-centered. She cares about other people. And then second of all, we know that she is really, really smart. She knows chocolate really well. And not only that, she's innovated. She creates, she makes something new. So he knows that when she becomes the next queen of the cocoa beans, that not only is she going to care about everyone else, but she knows her chocolate, and she is going to take care of his beloved chocolate. And so that's how she became the next queen of the cocoa beans.
Yes, Kayla, that was so beautiful. Thank you so much, not just for sharing your story with us, but for sharing your family's special recipe for the chocolate cake. Could you tell us a little more about that?
Yes. Okay, so this recipe, now, if you'll look closely on the book, this book is illustrated by my mom, Sarah Danae Frill. And my kids like to call her Grandma Nene. And so this cake recipe that we're going to share with you guys today is her recipe. And it is one of our family's favorite chocolate cake recipes. We love this cake recipe. And so going along with the spirit of the King's Riddle, we want to share with everyone this cake recipe. What is our family's favorite? We want to share it with all of you guys.
I actually made your recipe, your family's recipe last night, but I'm glad that I made 2 cakes because the one is already almost gone. And I have family visiting. I live in Colorado and I used to live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So some of my family is visiting for the very first time, and I'm going to share your family's cake with them. And so I do have a piece to try right now with you.
Okay, let me get my piece out. All right.
And this is a cheers. Kayla, thank you so much for sharing your story and your family's special recipe with us.
Hey, you're so welcome. I hope you enjoy it.
Mmm, that is yummy. The chocolate chips in the middle.
Right, you did it just right. Look at that. You did it exactly right. That's where the chocolate chips are supposed to be, right in the middle. So good job.
That was so yummy. Thank you so much for sharing that special recipe with us. And before we end today, is there anything else that you would like to share with our viewers?
Okay, so I used to teach 5th and 6th grade, and I know that sometimes kids don't always love to read. So I just want to put a plug in there that right now during the summer, when maybe that's not the first thing that comes to mind, I want to challenge all of you guys out there, all of you kids, to pick up a book and try to read 3 picture books a day. Now, I hope you read The King's Riddle, but there are so many great picture books out there about anything, about animals, just about all different sorts of things. And it would be fantastic if you could try to read 3 picture books a day. You can go to the library, you can get books for free if you type in the Kindle store and type in free picture books. Just go out there and read. It's so fun and it helps you so much. And then when you go back to school in the fall, hopefully whatever that looks like, you will still be prepared because you've been reading this whole summer. So that's my challenge to you today, is to go and read your 3 picture books a day.
That is a wonderful challenge, and I think I am even going to take you up on that as well. Well, Kayla, thank you so much for reminding us the importance of sharing with your amazing story, as well as sharing Nene's chocolate chip cake family recipe with us. Friends, get your copy of The King's Riddle, A Chocolate Conundrum on Amazon, and watch the read aloud on Miss Ocasio Reads while you're waiting for your copy to arrive. See you next time. Hey there, amazing authors! Contact me to be featured next. I can't wait to read your story on Miss Ocasio Reads.